Hey, I create weekly videos to help you feng shui your space by simply repurposing and repositioning items already in your home. Where you place these objects and these items is dependent on the energies coming to your space. Different directions bring in different energies, especially every year. For example, in 2021, certain energies are coming in the north, the south, the east, and the west, and some of those energies we want to use and some of those energies we don't. So for you to apply the tips in these videos, you need to know what energy is coming into your space. You need to know how the directions are overlaid onto your floor plan. So today in this video, it is part 2. Go watch video part 1 to see how you take a compass reading of your space, and in this video, I will show you how to overlay the bagua map onto your floor plan. My name's Jeanette Sizikowski. I'm your go-to feng shui consultant. Let's get into it. For the most accurate feng shui applications, adjustments, you need a floor plan. But since you are likely doing it yourself at home without a consultant, we're going to make do. But just know, the more accurate the information you start with, the more accurate and successful your results will be. If you have a floor plan, great. If you don't, then I would like you to download Google Earth Pro, or you could use Google Maps. I need you to find an aerial view of your home. Aerial view as in looking down onto your roof. Floor plan is even better, or an electrical plan, any kind of plan that shows the rooms and where the walls are without the roof on it. You also have the option, if you're feeling daring, to measure out your home with all of the rooms by yourself. Now this will take patience, this will take accuracy, probably a second set of hands, but it is an option if you're up to it. Now we need to find the center of your home. So take your floor plan or your screenshot of your roof from Google Earth or your hand-drawn plan and put it into the computer. Now we have to find the center of the home. The center of the home will be the center of our bagua map. Our bagua map kind of looks like a pie chart. There's a center to it. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate with you guys or for you guys how I would recommend you doing this since you're home alone. I'm gonna be working off of a Dell with PowerPoint. Mac, I believe your equivalent is Keynote. Put your floor plan into PowerPoint, your floor plan or your screenshot from Google Earth or your electrical plan or your hand-drawn plan that's super accurate and proportional. And you're gonna see why proportions matter once we get into this. So, once it's into PowerPoint, then we're gonna go up here and we're gonna choose this rectangle tool, because to find the center, all we really need to do is draw a square or rectangle over the floor plan. In this case, it's pretty clear that these outside edges are gonna be what get me to the center. Draw over this here. I'm gonna remove the filling and change this to a brighter outline so you guys can see it. And you'll notice I cut off the deck and I cut off the sunroom. They mess up the rectangular shape and they would mess up the center. Doing this on your own is, a little tricky. You're taking your best judgment. Again, with a consultant, we get all this more accurate, but it's okay. We all have to start somewhere. So here is our rectangle. Go up here and get a line now. And with the rectangle selected, you'll see these dots are on. We're gonna connect the dots from one corner to the other to create an X in the center. Go back and grab that rectangle again. Grab a line, connect this corner to this corner. Zoom in and make sure that your line's actually in the corner. Okay, so easy peasy, unless you have a Frank Lloyd Wright house or something super organic. Those are a little bit more complex, but here we just find the center, X in the middle, there you go. So that's our center. Now we need to go over to Google and we're going to look up compass PNG or compass with a transparent background. If you can't find one with a transparent background, that's okay, because in PowerPoint you can change the transparency of the image. In this case, I'm going to grab this one because you also want your compass to have these numbers. Remember the number you found with your compass. So in my example, it was 43 degrees northeast was the way my home was facing. So we're going to align our compass with that degree that we found. So we need to use a compass that has the degrees on it. So I like this one because then also what we're going to do is fill in the lines. We're going to want to draw over these lines to create our wedges. And so having lines rather than like this one, it'll be hard to create those wedges. It's not very distinguishable. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to copy this image, and it likely will not have a transparent background, but that's okay. Going to paste it. Whoa. Resize it. Oh, make sure just your image is selected. Resize it. And then remember I said you can go up to picture format and change the transparency so that you can really get it in the center of that diamond. There we go. Okay, now in this case, let's use the 43 degrees northeast as the center of our door. Let's change the transparency back. Let's find, okay, so you're also gonna wanna find a compass that has the dashes so that you get 43. But in this case, I'm gonna wing it. Be as accurate as you can in your own home. Go back to the line tool here, click in the very center, and drag to where 43 degrees would be. Likely, if this is 45, 44, I'm gonna say right here. Now, let's make it really long actually. Now what you can do is you can have that selected, hit Shift on your keyboard and click the image, then hit Control G. That groups them together. Go back to a transparent image. I actually want to make this line a different color than all of my other lines. And now we are going to rotate so that 43 degrees is aligned with the center of the door. See, that hits right through the center there. And make sure though, in PowerPoint especially, see how my center is no longer here? When you rotate the image, sometimes this happens. So you're gonna have to fidget with it a little bit. Get this line through the center, 43. We're in the center here, looks good. Okay. So now we have that, so now deselect. And you're going to, it probably helps to bring this back up to full transparency, or to full color. And now you're going to draw in these other wedges. So go back to your line tool, right here. And we want, let's start with north. So we click north and we connect it all the way over to south. Let's extend it here. Then create another one. Let's make these yellow and a little bit thicker. Another one. Right here. Drag it all the way to east. Extend it a little bit. Make sure that PowerPoint doesn't snap your line somewhere to where it doesn't want to be. It might want to force your line to snap to an edge. Okay, hit escape, click the line again. We are going to northwest now, drag it over to southeast. And our last one, southwest to northeast. Now ignore your line. Your red line was just to orientate your compass directly, but ignore that now. Technically, you can delete it. Okay, let's make this one yellow. Yellow. A little bit thicker. And awesome. Now we can, let me make sure we have everything there. You know what, rather than delete it, let's just send it to the back in case we gotta grab it again. I'm not sure why that yellow is a different color. Okay, so now you have all of your lines. What you wanna do is select them all, hold shift and click all of them. You'll notice that they're connected when they have all the dots on the edge. I'm gonna zoom out and we're gonna hit Control G again to group it. Now you want to hit Control Shift and drag at the same time so that it gets enlarged. Scroll in and make sure that your compass didn't go off that center point, right? So you realign it. And this is why we didn't delete that compass. We want to bring the compass back to the top because I've forgotten which one is north, south, east, and west. Now what you guys can do is you can add in a text box or you can just print and draw it. But here we have northeast. Okay, so now we are adding in the directions. Northeast is here. This is why maybe you want to keep on that compass. East is here. Looks like I just had to type out the full words halfway through. So there you go. So now you have your directions. And so now we know in future videos when I say like how 8 energy is coming into the west in 2021 and we want to do XYZ and add a little bit of this and add some plants, etc. We know where the west is and we know where to make those adjustments. Similar to all these other directions, now we know what to add where, and when we start talking about your lucky directions and your personal energy number and how to support you, now you know where to make all those adjustments. Thank you so much for feng shuiing with me today. If you liked this video even just a little bit, hit that thumbs up button. Comment below if you have any questions about how to get your bagua map onto your floor plan. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow along as I share with you feng shui and mindset tips to help you transform the life you tolerate into one you treasure. Thanks.